Hi guys, my name is Valerie and this is the channel about America. In this video, I want to share with you some information regarding my community college. I want to tell you what was I studying when I attended community college in the United States, which classes did I take, what I liked and what I did not like about those classes, and why in my opinion the program might have been improved a little bit, and why I think some classes were really unnecessary and I actually did overpay lots of money for it. If you're also thinking about attending a community college in the United States and you're deciding which program you would want to take, or you're just searching around trying to see which programs different community colleges are offering in the United States, keep on watching. So let me start here. I decided to divide this video into two different videos because this is gonna be a lot of information and I don't want to get you bored here. That's why this is gonna be two short videos, two parts about my community college and about the classes which I was taking there. So let's start from the most important part. Where did I study? I attended Highline College in the city Des Moines. It's a little bit below Seattle, around I would say like 20-30 minutes. Nice college, lots of different programs. I was studying online marketing and social media architect there. But at first when I just applied to this community college, I applied for a program management program. Why did I change my program? First of all, let me tell you that yes, you can change your program after you already applied, after you arrived to the United States, and even after you started taking your classes. I've been studying for 2 weeks, I think, on this program, on project management program, and after I decided to change it. You can easily do that. You just go to your advisor and you say, hey guys, I want to change that. You pick the program and they issue you another form I-20. If you want to know a little bit more details about how to do that, try to comment below and I'll make another video regarding that. So let's keep moving now. Let's start talking about the program itself. Which classes did it include? Which classes did I attend? So let me repeat it here one more time. I was studying at online marketing and social media architect. This is an AS degree, as I said before. In total, it included 19 classes, which gave me 91 credit. Different class has a different number of credits. Most of the classes had 5 credits. Some classes had 3 credits. You need to get a specific number of credits to graduate from to graduate a program. All subjects, all those 19 classes, they were divided into 3 different groups. The first group of classes is core classes. So those gonna be the classes which have like they 100% relate to the subject which you're studying. They 100% relate to the program which you're studying. So in my case, those were like programming classes, those were like some web design classes. I'm gonna talk about a little bit in more details about that later. So something you cannot take away from your program. Without those classes, your program would not be complete. The second group of classes is a relative classes. So those are not like the core subjects of your program, but also you have to take them in order to have your program completed. In my case, there were a lot of English classes, and again, I'm gonna talk a little bit more in details about that later. And the third group of classes is selective courses. I had 3 classes which were considered to be a selective course, so you can actually substitute them with something else. If you don't want to take those classes, you can go and change them to something else. So those classes, they are not like super important for your degree. Those are just some additional classes which you need for your like, I guess, general knowledge. So now let's talk a little bit more in details which classes were included in which group. So the core classes, they included that web programming, web development 1, web development 2. What does it mean, web development 1, web development 2? In the United States, all classes, all levels of classes, they basically highlighted as number 1, number 2 regarding to their level of difficulty. So when you just start learning math, you will go and attend math 1 class. When you've graduated from that class, when you completed that class, you're gonna go to the next level, which is gonna be math 2 class. The same with programming. So web programming number 1 would be like the basic of all possible basics in programming, and web programming 2 would be like more complicated. You cannot complete your web program in 2 classes before you complete your web program in 1 class. So that's important. What did I learn there? We started from the basics. We were learning about what are websites, what are domains, what are HTTPS in the links. We were learning everything like from scratch, from zero. Like I actually had no idea about most of that stuff before, so that was a useful thing for me. We learned how to build a website. We learned how to build a website using HTML and CSS. Who familiar with programming, those people will know that those are not programming languages. Those are just those not programming languages, but you actually can build a website using only HTML and CSS. That's gonna be a little bit not best website without lots of different features, but still can be a good website. And so that's what I was studying in my core subjects. We also learn how to apply web design there, like how to make sure that your website is would have a good user experience, that it's usable, that colors matching, that we didn't do design there, but we were learning like the basics about how you have to combine colors and how to put headers, how to put body text and all that stuff. After finishing my first web development class, I learned web development 2, and during that class we learned how to use PHP. So after using CSS and HTML for building a website, we finally moved to something really serious, something actually programming, and we built the same website on PHP. Both main projects for web development 1 and web development 2 was to build a website. In the first class we had to use HTML and CSS because we didn't know anything else, and on the second class we had to use PHP. So we basically rebuilt the website which we built previously. So of course during those 2 classes we did not learn how to build super professional websites, because in my opinion this is impossible to learn programming only attending 2 classes in college. You actually need to apply way more classes to that. But it was nice because I haven't done anything related to programming before, and I actually did build websites during those classes. They were not the best websites. No, they were the best websites. They were my websites. But anyway, just kidding. It was a good start for the future. It was a good base, I guess, layer for the future, because those knowledges which I learned there, I actually have been using a lot since then. Those probably were the main like core subject. In addition to that, I was taking animation class, which also was considered like the core subject to my program. Not really sure why. We used Adobe Animate program. During this class we basically were learning how to use this program during the whole class. Yes, I did build an animation using Adobe Animate, but not really sure why was it considered to be a core subject in my program, because since then I haven't ever used this program. It was fun building animation. Animation was not great as well, but I did get a good score. I think I got 4 in GPA. So yeah, but really I think it was a necessary subject. I would easily change it to something else like digital media or something like that, because I realized that after they actually did change some classes in this program, and people who study in Highline College now on online marketing and social media architect, their program is a little bit different than my program was. So yeah, animation I would easily change it to something else. I don't know why they had it. Another class which was also a core subject was a WordPress class. 100% makes sense. Lots of companies nowadays, they use WordPress to build websites. In my case, I did not attend classes for that. I did not take face-to-face and neither online class. I used self-studying course for that. And during the last quarter, they can take some class as a self-learning class. So you don't attend anything, you just submit a project. So I talked to my advisor in school and I said that I want to take WordPress class as a self-learning class, and he gave me just a project just to build a website on WordPress. So what did I do? I just took all the information from those 2 websites which I built before using PHP and HTML and CSS and built it on WordPress. Got my 4 in GPA. Wasn't really difficult. WordPress is a pretty, I don't want to say simple platform, but you can learn how to use it. Even you don't have to take classes for that. You can look up for a couple tutorials and you'll be okay. But to be honest, after I started working in an IT company and I actually was working on WordPress, I realized that it's way bigger and way more powerful tool than I used to think before, because in college I did a simple website and I did not learn lots of features of WordPress, but when I was working in an IT company, I've been like digging into more complicated things, and I realized that this tool is hella powerful. Definitely it was a really good idea to have this class included in the program. Another core subject which we studied was a social media for business. Obviously, online marketing and social media architect program should have something related to social media for business, but honestly was not that much useful information, I guess, because I mean, everyone is using social media now, and we were learning basics there as well, like basics of Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube. Everyone's using those programs now, and a blogger. But before then, yeah, I did not have a blog or anything like that. But anyway, to me it was too simple, not that much useful information I got from there. The project of the website, the project of this program was to came up with a business idea and set up a business account on 2 social media platforms. I picked Instagram and Facebook, did it, got my points, but nothing like super exciting. I would personally prefer to learn more about online marketing instead of the social media, although those are like super related things. But instead of learning how social media works and how to set up a profile, I would rather learn how to advertise on social media and how to set up campaigns on social media, but didn't happen. Had to learn it later in life. Another main subject was internship. Everyone has to take an internship while they attending a college, while they attending any kind of program, and that's also considered to be a core subject, because the internship which you attend, it has to relate to your program of study at 100%. Smart students will think ahead, will plan ahead, and they will find an internship in some good company, so they can also work, because internship gives you an opportunity to work, I think, 20 hours per week in a real company. I did not do that. I just wasted my time, and I was waiting to the last minute to start applying for internships, and of course I didn't get enough time to find one. That's why I just went to my school and I talked to my advisor and I said, hey, can you give me some work which can be considered as my internship? And he also gave me some work based on WordPress. I was doing SEO for some WordPress websites. Was nice, was looking for some keywords, was setting up texts, I was writing down some information on the websites to improve the SEO. Nice, interesting, but I still angry on myself that I wasted a time and I didn't find an internship in Microsoft, for example. But that's why if you listen to this video, make sure that you plan in advance and you find yourself a good internship in a real company which you can get paid for and which you can also include in your resume in the future. And another main course was a graphic design. Awesome. I really loved it. We were working on logo. The whole project, main project of the course was working on logo. We were doing it using Adobe Illustrator. Also +1 thing which you can use in your resume in the future. We were also learning how logo has to be set up. We were talking about colors. Does it actually make sense to the person who look at that? We also were looking about how to set up text in promotions and banners, like how would you combine different fonts, colors, backgrounds, etc. Really useful. Since then, if you work in digital marketing, you definitely have a website, you have social medias, and how to combine colors, how to use graphic design is something really important. So yeah, totally loved it and would not change it to anything else. So those were my main classes which I were taking as a core subject to my program. In the next video, we're going to talk about supportive and not necessary classes, I would say. So don't forget to subscribe. If you like the video, please go ahead and click the like button. Any questions, ask them in the comments. And as always, I wish you guys have a good day or a good night. Bye.